welcome back to Star Control Origins. So before we begin and visit the Mukai homeworld, I would like to just mention a few specific things that I've read up on in a small guide. First of all, the primary income in the game, which also has been confirmed by the developers, is not the resources on the planets. There are plenty of other avenues to get an income, so I think that I will just be recording my entire playtime instead of editing things out. Also, they do confirm that, what I've already gathered more or less, that gathering these common things like the red and the blue items is not really that necessary. For now, I think that gathering any resources that is worth 5 RU or more is worth it, but definitely at some point we will only be bothering with green, orange and purple items. Also the drone debris and the critters are, as of now, more or less useless, not worth it. Okay, they're worth 20 RU per, but the risk of losing a lander is too great. So unless there is a specific planet that I want to land on, which requires me to take out these guys, I will not be doing so. Finally, what was that? Oh, yes, if there is an unknown or unidentified installation or structure on a planet, it is almost always, or more or less, it is always worth it to investigate. And someone pointed out to me that I had forgotten one in the Proxima Centauri system, so that is definitely something that I will make more use of. There is also like these things where you can actually make notes. So I can, for instance, say Mukai homeworld on this note and designate it to be let's just use this one, and now I have this here in my quick lookup, so I can just click there and it will automatically select that. Might be worth also to do for Soul. Oh, so I don't have to search for them and zoom in whenever I want to do them or get to them. Okay, so with that said, let's go to the Mukai homeworld and see what they have to say.
Many playful splashes, unknown alien. On behalf of the Federation of Allied Species, I welcome you.
I like you guys already, obviously. In honor of Catherine and her love for tentacles, this is the obvious choice.
You should like us.
Well now. Right. Tell us about this federation of yours.
The Federation of Allied Species is an organization dedicated to the principles of peaceful cooperation and cooperative peace. We're also interested in exploration, scientific advancement, and the consumption of fish.
Fish?
Fish are delicious, and we hate them. It is these twin principles that have guided our civic life for generations.
Okay. Are you not part of the Scribe Empire?
Oh no, we are. The Scribe don't really know about the Federation. They'd step on us if they found out. Which is kind of why the Mukai are the only member at the moment.
Is it perhaps a little misleading to call it a federation, then?
The Federation is more than a union of alien races. It's an idea, a vision of something better, a shared... No. A No. We needed a hobby, okay?
Well, I suppose that might be a reason as good as any. Can we join your federation? I obviously feel that this higher class British must be adhered to when I'm speaking to these. No, I won't.
Accepting a new member is a tricky process. Actually, it's an unheard of process. If they found out, the scribe would stab us, then shoot us, then try us out. Then they'd repeat. So, no, let's go with no.
That sounds dramatic. But the scribe are going to destroy us.
Yes, they probably will.
And your Federation is okay with that?
No, that's something we're quietly regretful about. You're not the first to point out the problems inherent in our Federation in its current form. The fact that it has only one member. The fact that we quietly stand by while curious young aliens such as yourselves get obliterated. And the fact that there are far too many fish out there that remain uneaten. These are questions that have been bubbling through our society for some time. But you are asking for a big thing. Admitting you into the Federation would risk a war with the scribe. The Abyssal Council of the Mukay cannot put our entire people at risk so lightly. There is something, though, a protocol we've blotted out for such momentous situations. We would require you to do something for us first. Demonstrate your commitment to the principle of peaceful cooperation. Perhaps then the Abyssal Council would consider your petition for Federation membership.
Yes, the small significant species will help you, the confident and experienced one. Or rather, should we go with what is it? Because that is also something that the developers have mentioned. These answers may seem insignificantly and just as, well, no consequence and just being fun, but they actually do have a consequence. So choose your answers carefully if you want to have a certain play style. So I will go with number 1 here. What is it?
Our colony at Lakai 8760 has recently come under attack by the Drenkend. The Drenkend are large and cruel beasts the scribe use as shock troops. Many Mukay have already perished thanks to their bizarre and distressing attacks.
How are their attacks bizarre?
They kill us while shouting nonsense about ears. It makes no sense. But any fool whose adolescent tentacles have dropped can see that this is probably a ruse. The scribe have begun to take notice of our Federation.
Maybe we'll go talk to the Drenkend.
So long as you promise only to talk to them. If you cannot employ either the principle of cooperative peace or peaceful cooperation, you'll only make matters worse.
We'll try our best.
Please be careful.
Before we go, can we buy some supplies? Oh, and the guide also confirms that any resource which is considered a conventional is never used for any kind of quest, so you can safely use the sell conventionals. It's a shame that you can't split up stacks yet. I hope they will add that soon, because that is actually something that would be useful. It also states that if you want to use the AI fleet coordinator, you'd better make sure that you have good ships. Otherwise, you'll probably lose. Not much of interest here. Although this one is very tasty. We shall actually buy that one now. Wrong button. Can we buy ships from these guys? No. Off we go. Love that music, by the way. So, there was a quest up here somewhere, and then, yeah, this is Lakai. Eta Wendigo A2. So Eta Wendigo A, probably up here then. We'll just manually pop out of the system. And there is one of the space stations. And these are very...
receiving word from Tyromia that the Strive have taken control of the Delta Trireme A system. They're looking for you, humans.
Thank you. These are very important to find and contact, as they give you more technology, and they also enable you to warp
Hello.
between them.
This facility has received word of your arrival and instructions to serve you as if you were exception, name not found, yourselves.
You're a starbase, let's do some starbase things. Also, these prices are set. You do not get any more or less at any trading outpost. I will just sell these things. Need the money more than anything else at this point. It is also wise to use the main flagship upgrades for fleet-wide upgrades. So, for instance, now we have a deflector, which would only affect the capital ship itself, but at some point in the game, apparently we will get a fleet deflector, which will give the entire fleet some kind of damage resistance. And here are the resistance things. I would like a larger cargo module. There we go. Space loot. Would be helpful if you told me exactly how much space loot. And there's the hypergate, so I can just jump back to that one if I want to.
Is there anything else?
Nope, that would be it. I guess we
Exception,
go now.
civil farewell not found.
Should fix that. Okay. Since this is UK space, we can possibly get some fuel if we go up here. Let us check that by hailing this ship. The music is very nice in hyperspace.
It's the humans we've heard about. Welcome, humans.
Right, so we cannot.
So long.
It's probably a good idea to first befriend them then. I assume there would be a starbase up here somewhere, but let's go to Lakaya. First of all, let's have a look at the planets around here and see if there's anything worth picking up, salvaging, whatnot. Yeah, for now this is probably worth it. Especially since it's a small planet and easy to navigate. However, now we can jump. No, oh, we can jump. Yes, I did buy that thing. Which helps quite a bit. with my bad driving skills, I should add. We'll also pick up the increased radius of resource gathering as soon as we can. I can't jump over that. To minimize the time spent on doing these things. There should be one final. Yes, there we go. And boom. Let's have a look at the innermost planet there. Probably quite warm. Or not, but it's definitely worth going down here. And those lightning strikes that you see here, they are not dangerous. They will not damage your lander. However, the clouds, the lightning cloud things that I showed you in a previous episode, those do damage your ship quite extensively, or your lander, that is. And there we go. The next planet has a moon. I'm not sure if this is worth it. It's too big as well. Nah, this ain't worth it. I'm not even going to bother to type down the name of this thing. There was only 2 orange. This, however. Also, this green circle. As long as you land near it, it's okay, but the farther you land away from it, the greater damage your ship, or rather your crews on board your ship / landing vessel takes. So you want to try to land as near or within the green circle as possible to make sure that your lander does not blow up on impact. I have no idea why, not sure about the logics here, but it's probably got something to do with gravity. We can go over and check that planet before we go up to the gas giant and its 3 moons. Nope, definitely not. Also, keep in mind that these scales, it can actually be higher than 10. So always check these scales. Even if you think you have 10, like in this specific instance, if I had 10 heat resistance or 100%, if this planet had 20, then I would still incur deaths. So let's go over and check the moons. Oh, there's an installation down there. I'm going to land for the installation's sake, but I'm going to get away from this place as soon as possible due to the fact that it has deaths incurred from poison.
Captain, this planet's atmosphere is highly corrosive. We're not going to last long down here.
Okay, gotta leave, gotta leave. I'm not even sure this is going to be possible. Okay, so I've got to note down the name of this thing and that it has an unidentified structure, and I need some poison resistance. So, waste DR, moon, gas, giant. And we'll just leave, and we are in the locale 86760 system. Yes, and there is another thing. This looks very hazardous as well, not landing here. But I will note it down since it had nice resources. ROR. You can left click to get the name of a planet or moon. Just click on it. Might not work on the first click, but it's supposed to work. This looks highly dangerous. Major resources thing, but as you can see, all of these not worth it, and not going to even bother with this one. But it did have an unidentified structure, so we will note it down as well. Blue Phase Moon Gas Giant. There we go. And now for the last thing to do is to check up on these guys, the Drenkend.
Rock, attention! Your garbage vessel has intruded on Squid Destruction Zone Alpha.
Who are you guys?
We are the Drenkin, battle fodder for the glorious Scribe Empire.
Does fodder mean something else in your language?
It means a foodstuff or inferior material used to supply a heavy demand.
We've come to stop you from killing the Mukai.
Rock, 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 rock! I'm afraid our orders do not permit that at all. So be careful. If dying in combat is what you have planned for us, you should know that we are very good at that.
We were hoping to talk you out of it instead.
Rock, that doesn't sound like something we have orders for. But go on, talk us out of it.
Killing innocent beings is wrong.
Yes, we know. Killing the squids fills us with pain and remorse. But it is what we have been ordered to do, which fills us with a vague sense of contentedness.
Right fellow, this guy. How would you feel if you were being killed?
Normal? We get killed a lot.
Okay. Do you even know why you're doing this?
Rah! Because someone told us to.
Who told you to?
Drinking Command. They are the source of all orders. You can find them in the Alpha Uxor system where they do all their ordering.
Is fighting the only way to stop you?
Well, you could talk to the earless squids. They might have a way to stop us. But they haven't stopped us. So, probably not.
We're going to go away and think about this. Especially since the squids told us not to.
We don't have orders to prevent such a thing. So knock yourselves out, squish bags.
These seem like very bright fellows. They also have an interesting third ear, which looks like it's been put on the side of their head with a suction cup. Pardon me for blocking your splim.
How did you get through the blockade? The Dregend have besieged this planet for days now.
We're amazing, that's how.
Please, you have to stop them. They won't tell us why they're attacking. They just scream nonsense about ears and then fire their troops directly at us. It's been really unpleasant to clean up.
So you want us to shoot them all, is that it?
You could, but there are actually a few other ways you could help. You could try and talk some sense into the Drenkind. But they're the Drenkind, so that will be frustrating.
Yep.
You could shoot them all, which would not be very peacefully cooperative, but we may be a bit beyond at this point. Or you could help us turn on this shield. We built this colony here to study the precursor relics on this world. one of which appears to be a continent-sized force field. We'd be invulnerable to the Dringend if only we could power it.
Handy that.
Which is going to require about 50 units of degenerate matter.
Right.
When we first surveyed this system, we found a moon in the outer solar system which should have some.
50 degenerate matter. Well, yes. I guess that is on one of the moons that I can't land on. Error. We'll look into that.
Whatever you do, please hurry.
So we need 50 degenerate matter. So these Drinken, they live up here. I think we can just take a chance. Make our way that way. Even though it is into parts of the space which do belong to the scribe. This looks peaceful. What is that? Ah. We'll have a look at the planets and leave. Might be those space pirates. Yep.
A communications channel? What are you gonna do? Beg for your lives? Good. I'm building up quite the archive of these.
Russian space killers. Who are you?
Gosh, you are shiny and new. We're the Kazanti. As your people will soon learn, in this part of space, you're going to want to avoid the Kazanti.
Why? You mean you no harm?
It's good. It will make you easier to kill. And it doesn't matter. We need what you have. We're entrepreneurs, friendo.
Wait, maybe we can help each other. We're seeking allies and assistance to fight the
Yeah,
scribe.
if you're new around here, I bet you are. Look, here's how we feel about the Scribe. Not at all. The Scribe Empire are the worst thing to ever happen to you. They'll wipe out everything you and your people have ever known. But to everyone else in the galaxy, they're a shambling wreck. A slowly unfolding disaster lashing out at everyone they see. Which leaves a lot of opportunity for entrepreneurs such as ourselves. Do you know what's one of the most profitable things we do? Peeking through the bones of shiny young aliens just obliterated by the Scribe. So, where do you hail from, friendo? Where your people's bones gonna be?
We'll just be going.
No, you won't, friendo.
Let's just test what this thing is capable of. It doesn't have much turning speed, that's for sure. Oh, this laser is nice. Doesn't do much damage though. It's helpful. There we go. Nope. Wait, did that thing have any kind of structure? I didn't even check. No, it did not. How about Gamma Oxo 2? There is a structure here, and there are some green materials. That is a very strange structure.
Found the entrance to some tunnels, sir. There are aliens in here. Humanoid, green, and, well, they're very sexy, sir. They're explaining that their ancestors survived a shipwreck hundreds of years ago. They've lived here alone, isolated, all this time. Which would mean everyone here is related. Mating is, needless to say, complicated. There's a whole system in place, they explain. I'll ask if it's made any harder by how hot all their cousins are. Actually, yeah, it turns out that makes it a lot harder, they say. They're asking if they can borrow some of my genetic material. They'll pay us. I might be busy for a bit here, sir.
Hope you enjoyed yourself. What a funny little quest chain. Or, not a quest chain, but a funny little structure thing. Definitely lives up to the good old original Star Control humor. There is some magnesium left. This way, excellent. And we'll leave. So the third planet looked like a gas giant, but yep. Now I wonder if I go to the sector map and I just do this, and if I use the white, that's actually quite handy, as I can use that as a symbol of some solar system that I'm done exploring. Ah, there's a space station over there, yep. On that note, however, I think that this is a good spot to end the episode, so thank you all for joining me, and see you all next time.